What is going on, y'all? It's your girl CandyC.
And your boy Brotha Herb.
And you are in the place to be. This is our journey of 12 years of marriage.
That's right, 12 whole years.
And year one was a lot of unexpectancies. I know that for me, getting married, period, no one really knows what it's going to entail, like how it's going to work with both of us mesh together, because
I think everybody expects, like, that the expectation is really high.
Yeah, especially like when you're kind of like in la la land when you're dating, and you're expecting the marriage to be like dating, and it's not.
You know what I never really understood? Is how somebody can be like, oh, you've been married for 3 years, you're still newlyweds. I didn't understand that when we were 3 years in.
Do you believe in that statement?
I see it now though, cause shoot, boy, we done been 12 years. We done been through some things.
But even 12 years later, I still feel like we're newlyweds sometimes. Like, I still feel nervous around you and stuff like that. But I want to focus on year one. Going into our marriage, what were you expecting? And then how did it actually turn out in that first year?
I was expecting freedom, like literally.
How you get married expecting freedom?
No.
Oh, you mean like us being free?
Yeah,
like together.
Walking around the house free. Doing everything everywhere, anywhere.
So like maybe that's different from a man's perspective, because when we got married.
I'm about to say, who you get married to?
When we got married, for me, I wasn't even thinking about, oh, we're going to be free. I was actually nervous to be that free. I'm like, man, he's going to want this and want that, and I don't know if I can give him all of me like so easily, because now that we're married, it's like 24/7. We're around each other. It wasn't like that when we were dating. So it was different for me knowing that you wanted to be free.
Yeah, we're going to use those choice words.
So when we first got married, we decided to just get up and move to Atlanta with no house.
So when we moved to Atlanta, we expected the best. We expected that, you know, you were going to get a job in the modeling industry and acting industry, and I was going to get a job real quick too, because it was like, yo, we're in Atlanta, we're in the hottest city in the United States. Mm-hmm. It's got to be something for us. And
yeah, but we really had a hard time, and that threw us for a loophole, because we didn't realize that we both needed a job in order to get an apartment. We didn't know that we needed pay stubs. We're like, well, we just got here, and you know, we're gonna get a job. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have that. But they want something solid to see. So we ended up staying with a friend for a really long time until I got a job.
No, I ain't even gonna hold job, man. We had my mom put in a fake job
for you, because I got a job. Remember, I got a job.
She had a job as soon as we got there.
I got a job at a bank, at a credit union, while we was at the friend's house, and then they were like, well, I wasn't enough to be able to afford the apartment, so they needed a pay stub from you, and then that's when. Yeah,
I had mom do. I was like, look, mom, you got a business. Can you say I work for you?
Right.
She's like, okay, cool. A whole little job acceptance letter. Out to be a little bit more mayonnaisey.
We even went house hunting and everything. We were looking for houses in Atlanta, and we just had in our mind, we just knew that we were going to have these jobs and this income.
Do you think that if we didn't go to Atlanta, do you think us going to Atlanta made us stronger?
Oh, definitely. Because we didn't have any outside influences.
Yeah, we did.
On our marriage?
Mm-hmm.
How? Who? When?
Your friend was mad at you.
Well, once we moved out of our friend's house,
her expectations were high too. Yeah. Like people, not only in the marriage, just like our expectations were high. Everybody else around you, they have that high expectations.
I think other people expected us to still have that single mentality. Like, you know, they'll do this, they'll do that, but we're one now. We're married now, so we have to move differently. And people didn't think that was going to happen, especially people that were single. Now, people that were married, they respected our marriage and they understood, you know,
some of them just didn't know. Some of them was like, I don't know how you do it, bro. Like, how? Like, I'm like, not to pawn my wife off, but my wife is like the beast, and you know, so I'm like, wait a minute, I can't tell another man the reason why it's easy is because my wife is so good. Because then what if people start wanting my candy? You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of tough.
It's like candy.
It was tough. It was tough telling people that were going. So the expectation about being married, you know, is all glitz and glamour or whatnot. But then you get people who already been in a relationship for a couple years that's looking in on your new marriage, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, good luck."
Right. They're like, "Oh, wait till you get to year 5. Or
Right.
wait till this happens.
Right.
Or wait till you catch the person under pressure. Or wait till she start acting like this. Or just wait." And it's dang, like where's the positive? Where's the positive energy?
It's very far and few in between. On this journey, I found a lot of people who really didn't believe in the unity. Like,
stay with year 1.
Yeah, well, even in year 1, even year 1. Like when I did find a job, finally that lasted for a couple weeks at Movie Tavern. Shout out to Atlanta Movie Tavern, movie theater. If y'all know anything about that, but I was working at the Movie Tavern, and a couple of people in there were talking about being in a relationship. Like, hey, you young man, you only 24, you married already? Man, I ain't never getting married. I'm like, I mean, I married my best friend, and like I said, I wasn't trying to say, yeah, I got the best wife or whatever, because I ain't want nobody being envious and trying to figure out who she is and how she do.
So, in all honesty, I feel like the first year when we were going through the financial strain and we were stressed because he wasn't able to get a job and then I was the only one working, I felt like it was going to be really rocky. Like, I was like, man, I don't know how we're going to make it through this. I couldn't see the future past where we were.
Mm-hmm.
And you kept saying, you know, you got to have faith in me, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and we're going to be this, we're going to be that. But it was hard to see that.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, but it was hard to see that. I'm like...
I still say that.
But it's a little more clear now. It's not as foggy as it was year 1. Year 1 was real foggy. Like, when I tell y'all we was in debt, we was in debt. Like, I don't know where we even got money from.
Yeah, you do. You pulled it from your retirement.
I did that too. I mean, I literally pulled it out of nowhere. We were just like, well, what are we going to do? And our rent came first. Our rent was priority, so we made sure we paid that.
That was $980.
Yeah, $980. So we made sure we paid that, and I felt like my check only really covered that and the stuff we needed for the house. And then I was just like, you know what? All the credit card bills, all the other miscellaneous bills, the car note, whatever, that's just going to have to wait. So a lot of that was pushed to the side to make sure that we paid for what was important. But I really do think that it brought us closer together, and it really made us, when you go through some stuff with your spouse, that's when you really see if your spouse is there for you, because no matter what we went through, we still had fun. We still went out, you know, walked the streets of Atlanta. Do you remember
when we dressed up real funny? I had on a black bomber with a gray, and you had on my green basketball shorts, my white and green basketball
shorts.
I
remember I had on, when I put the heels on with it.
And we went to the store like that. Like, we was geeking.
Yeah. But we had fun though. Like, we made sure every lunch break, I worked right outside of our apartment complex. It was in walking distance. I could walk to work if I wanted to, but I didn't. But I would come home for lunch every day and we would play Phase 10. We still knew how to, you know, have fun. We ended up getting a kitten.
At first we played checkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we found Phase 10. But yeah, we got the kitten because I had found another job. Working at a restaurant.
Was free.
Yeah, and my coworker at this job, she gave us the kitten. That was a crazy job. Like, I never was on the payroll, and they were going out of business. So
I had got pregnant, and then we were like, oh, because I couldn't afford birth control no more. So I couldn't afford the daggone birth control.
That's crazy because birth control is free now, isn't it?
Probably.
That's crazy.
But that birth control was like $60 a month.
I thought it was $50 a month. It took a while to get pregnant though, because I thought it should have happened long before Christmas. But it didn't. It happened Christmas night.
Got pregnant, and then we decided to move back to Maryland because we were like, there's no way that we are going to be able to take care of this baby, have the proper health care.
It would have been cool though if we did stay.
Yeah.
And then I would have joined the military from Atlanta. That would have been cool.
Would have been ideal. Mm-hmm. So what did year 1 teach you? What did you learn from year 1?
What I learned, actually, I didn't learn this in year 1. I learned this a little later in life, but with us as men do is we doubt ourselves when things don't go our way. So I say to you young men, make sure that you don't stop. Make sure that you don't stop grinding, and don't take. I was gonna say don't take no for an answer. And when I'm saying this, I'm speaking this as in as far as getting a job and making sure that you're able to take care of your family, your wife.
Your drive wasn't there to get a job. Like, it didn't seem as important to you as it did to me.
And that's why I'm trying to tell them. So don't doubt yourself when other people are telling you no. Just like when you wanted to talk to that female that sparked your attention physically, but you never really said nothing to her until one day you was like, I'm gonna say something. All right, you're gonna get 100 no's before you get that one yes. So go out and get your 100 no's so that you can find that yes. Don't give up. Keep pushing, because I gave up until she was like, we can't live like this. You need to do something.
How do you get that drive? Like, how it's not something that someone can just give you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to hear that. People don't hear that, and if you don't hear that, it's no way for you. It's nothing for you to stand on. So I'm hoping that you guys hear this, and you use it to your advantage.
So what was the light bulb click for you?
When I told you I was going to join the Army, and you said okay, and I was like, what?
Well, that was year 3. So it took that long for it to like.
My wife wasn't happy, and my goal, I promised her I was gonna make her happy. So it was like, it was a no-brainer. Like, if that's all I needed to do was get a daggone job, all right, let me go and get a job.
Yeah, and I think one thing that stands out to me with our first year is that you get married, it needs to be like exclusive. Like, it needs to just be y'all two. Don't go out separately, don't do anything separately, like really focus on you two. And
on the togetherness and build that foundation.
And I think moving to Atlanta forced us to do that because we were away from family and friends that were back home. Mm-hmm. So we had no choice but to focus on ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped, because a lot of times we get married and then we don't spend time building that foundation. So of course, we would do things differently, I'm sure, if we had to do it all over again. But I don't regret.
I don't think we should do anything differently. I think what we did was the right way. It was the right time for that season. Because look what we are now. Because of what we went through. Yeah.
So that's it for our first year of our marriage journey.
Get ready for year number 2.
Bye.